So everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm going to do something a bit different. And I think that this is going to be a very interactive and fun, and also hopefully an educational video. Because in this video, I have decided to create kind of like a quiz on my own content to see if both me remembers it, and it's also going to be maybe useful for you as well, because you can pause before the question and then you can kind of think for it for yourself. And also obviously to see if you agree with my answer, because like I mentioned many times, a lot of these things are a bit subjective, but they are based on my own videos. So I actually took one of my longer videos. I have one that is like a 1 hour video that is covering everything about casino affiliate marketing and SEO. And I basically just based the questions in this kind of quiz on these ones. So before I go into this, I just want to introduce myself real quick. My name is Adam. I've been doing casino affiliate marketing for going into my 9th year now. It's been an amazing journey. I really love it. I've been creating my own community with a lot of people that are doing casino affiliate marketing. So if you're interested in that, obviously there's going to be a link in the description, like always. If you want to book a call with me, you can also find a link in the description. I also want to apologize quickly that I didn't post a video last Sunday because I have been sick for over a week, and I'm still kind of a little bit sick, but at least my voice is working again. So I'm recording this video and hopefully you are going to like it. So without talking a lot more, I'm going to go straight into this one. I feel like I had a pretty good intro today. I didn't really need to retake it or anything. So that maybe means that I'm not as sick as I thought anymore. So this is the quiz. First, I want to explain to you what I'm basing this quiz on. I found this video, which is one of my most famous ones. No, it's not really famous, but like I have 2,000 views on this one, and it's way more than I usually get on my videos. So that's good. Actually, I think I have one video that has 7,000, almost 8,000 views, which is pretty cool, actually. That means that videos that are still, they are 1 year old, but they're still kind of getting some views. I think I have some stats on this as well somewhere in this dashboard. Not really looking at that too much. But I took this video, I put it into kind of like a tool, and it generated a 25 question quiz for me. So I looked at this question and I looked at the question after. I used to see that the questions were like kind of normal or like made sense. And I felt like they made sense. So I haven't looked at this quiz. I haven't checked it out or anything. And here I am again. I forgot to turn off my camera in the small little window. Yeah, we have 25 questions here, and if you want, you can pause the video before I go through the questions to see if you're going to get the same answer as me, because maybe that is going to be more valuable to you. So the first question is here. It says, according to the speaker, and I guess that I am the speaker in this example, what is the primary reason he identifies his SEO approach as gray hat rather than white hat? And I just firstly quickly want to explain what gray hat and white hat and also black hat is, because these are very kind of subjective terms. People have very different views on what these terms mean. So I can explain to you what I think it means, and that doesn't mean that everyone agrees with me on this. But you have this black hat, gray hat, and white hat SEO. And white hat SEO basically means that you are following Google's guidelines 100%. You're not doing anything in order to manipulate the search results at all. And this applies to, I guess, people that are running websites that doesn't know anything about SEO, and they are just doing everything just as if they just want to create a really good website. So obviously white hat also includes optimizing maybe your headers and your meta titles, because if you have a website that is focusing on casino, obviously you're still going to include the keywords online casino, but maybe you are doing it without really knowing that this is going to affect your ranking. And black hat is the reverse of this. Black hat is when you're using maybe malicious tactics in order to rank. It also means that you're using very unethical tactics in order to try to penalize your competitors so that you can rank above them. It basically means that you're trying to take a lot of shortcuts and really over manipulate the search results or your website. And this can be done on many different ways. I never talk about black hat on my channel because I don't believe in shortcuts in that way. I also don't really believe in being unethical. And gray hat is basically the mix between these two. Obviously, you are building a website out of as much quality as you can, and you're following Google's guidelines, but you're also obviously trying to manipulate the search results as best as you can without going into kind of that risky zone of doing black hat. Because one thing that can happen if you're doing black hat, or if you are over optimizing your website or breaking too many of Google's guidelines, you can get penalized for this. And my approach has always been to go slow and steady, do things correct from the start. And this also means that every time there's going to be a Google update, you are going to hopefully, survive or even thrive on these Google updates, because Google in their updates, they're trying everything they can in order to, hammer down on all of these black hat techniques. So the answers here are: he focuses on tricking the search engine algorithms with unethical methods to achieve rapid short-term rankings. He prioritizes creating valuable content for users and avoids any form of link building to let the site grow naturally. He engages in practices like buying backlinks, which are against search engine guidelines but are common in the industry to remain competitive. He exclusively uses techniques that are explicitly recommended by Google's guidelines. So this one is very white hat, and this one is very black hat, and my answer is most likely this one, which is correct. Here you also get kind of like an explainer box, which is also pretty good to use. So you can read this one if you want. It doesn't anyway, placing strategy between white hat and black hat, which is gray hat. So that is perfect. So here we have kind of like a math question, which is pretty interesting. And this is going to help you kind of be able to calculate how much money you're going to make from players. So revenue share, like I've explained quite a lot of times, is that you're getting a percentage of everything that a player loses when you are sending them to the casino. CPA basically is that you are getting a fixed amount of every player that you are making a deposit at a casino. And the baseline is basically needed in order to trigger the CPA. So if a player deposits €1, you're not going to get €50 because that would be quite unfair. So they usually put a baseline, maybe at €20 is very common, 20, 25, sometimes 30. And sometimes way lower in some markets, like in Brazil or in Latin America, the baseline can be as low as €3. And that is actually the baseline that I'm usually using in Latin America, around €3 to €5. So if the affiliate sends a player who deposits €100 and loses it all, but the casino's net revenue after fees is €60, which means that on their gross revenue, they have a 40% admin fee, which is actually quite high. Usually the admin fees are between, I would say, 10, 15 to up to 35, which the sweet spot is around 20%. So what is the affiliate's total earnings from this player? Which is quite easy to calculate, because you have 30% revenue share on €60, which means that 10% is 6, 20% is 12, and 30% is 18. So you're getting €18 from the revenue share plus €50 from the CPA. So you're going to get €68. So this is the answer. And we also get the calculations here. So if the player deposits €1,000 instead, you're going to make €180 from the revenue share and €50 from the CPA. So then you're going to make, €230 instead. And so then you're going to make €230 from this player. And that also means that the casino is going to start making money on this player, because in this example, they don't really make any money. You're the only one that makes money from this player. But that is their long-term strategy of being able to acquire a lot of players. The next question is: the speaker advises caution when working with white label casinos. What is the main risk it associates with them? So a white label casino is basically someone that buys a done-for-you casino, and the only thing they have to do is to put their casino logo up and maybe change the color scheme a bit. And this is a very easy way to start your own casino, instead of having to create everything from scratch and getting the licenses and payment methods and game providers and all of that. All of that is basically included in a white label solution. So they often have their own licenses and payment providers, making them too complex for new websites. Their affiliate deals, such as revenue share and CPA, are lower. They are known for having excessively high admin fees that are hidden from affiliates. They might be inexperienced with operations and player conversions, potentially leading to a lower player value. And for me, I think that this one can also be kind of correct, because I think that some of these white label solutions have high admin fees because they have so many, fees of their own, so they're adding it to the admin fees. But I think that this is the one that I have talked about because they are ready-made casinos. The operations might be completely new and not know how to effectively convert or retain players. I mean, in a sense, the white label solutions might be very good because they know that from the get-go that the casino is going to work properly, but also it might mean that someone that doesn't really know enough about the industry basically just gets a white label casino and doesn't really know what they're doing. So maybe I don't really 100% agree with this. There are white label casinos that are also doing great. What is the key difference between an affiliate program and an affiliate network as described in the video? So let's just read the answers here. An affiliate program is for SEO-based affiliates, while an affiliate network is for PPC. Affiliate program is a direct partnership with one operator or their brands, while a network acts as an intermediary for many different operators. An affiliate program provides a dashboard for tracking stats. An affiliate program plays revenue share, while affiliate networks exclusively offer CPA. So I mean, there are probably affiliate programs that only works with SEO-based affiliates, and there are probably affiliate networks that only work for PPC, but this is not the rule. It's the same here. Some affiliate programs only pay revenue share, some networks only pay CPA. But the answer here is that an affiliate program is basically a direct partnership with one operator or all of their brands. While a network is basically, you can find a network and they have a lot of brands that they don't own, but they are kind of the intermediary for these brands, intermediary. So the speaker explains the program run by operators themselves, example, Buffalo Partner, example, Buffalo Partners. And I think Buffalo Partners, they changed name to Super Partners. So let's see if I can find them. So this is Super Partners. And like you can see here, these are all of the brands that they own. So they are not just the intermediary for these brands. They actually own them. The speaker emphasizes importance of no negative carryover. What negative consequences does this policy prevent for an affiliate? So no negative carryover basically means, so let me explain quickly how it works getting paid from a casino. So basically they pay you for monthly intervals. So at the 31st of October, you have 500 euros on your dashboard, and the 1st of November, that amount is going to go to zero, and then you are going to get paid for October 500 euro. But let's say that you are minus 500 euros on your dashboard. That does not mean that you have to pay anyone 500 euro, but it also means that when you go to November, it's also going to reset to zero. That means that you don't have any negative carryover because the negative result does not carry over to the following month. But a negative carryover is basically moving the negative amount to the next month, which means that if you are minus 500 euros in October, you're still going to be minus 500 in November. And in a sense, this makes some sense, but it also means that if you have a very high negative revenue in your account, you're just going to stop promoting the casinos. I've had this myself with some casinos. I think I was negative 20,000 euro with stake. So I just basically stopped promoting them because they had a negative carryover. This can also work if you have a really big player that is winning a lot. You can move this player over to another account if you have no negative carryover, because that is more fair to the casino in a sense. So let's read the questions here. It ensures that the admin fees charged by the operator cannot result in a negative monthly balance for the affiliate. Stops paying 1 month so the player wins. Against the player who wins money in the first month still counts towards the affiliate CPA. Prevents the casino from demanding the affiliate pay back money. So the one I explained before is this one. Balance cost negative interest 0. Nice. And the next one. So what is the primary purpose of conducting keyword research for a casino affiliate website, according to video's explanation? So I guess that you can figure this one out pretty quickly, because we are doing keyword research in order to assess the difficulty and in order to rank for these specific keywords. A very good example of this could be that if you are in a very competitive market and you try to rank for the word online casino, which is usually the most competitive keywords, it's going to be a lot harder for you to be able to rank for the keyword online casino compared to ranking for the keyword best slot machines with a high RTP, because that is called a long tail keyword and they are generally easier to rank for. So here you can see to ensure every page on the website has high keyword density. Keyword density means basically that you're adding the number of times you're adding a keyword to your page. And keyword density is not something that you really should focus on anymore. This was more of an old school approach when it comes to adding keywords to a page, because now it can actually give a negative effect, because if Google thinks that you're over optimizing your websites with too many keywords, it's going to look very unnatural. And next one is to identify high volume, low competition search terms to build content around, creating strategic advantage over larger sites. This one is correct, but let's read the other ones. To find the domain names of competing websites in order to build backlinks from them. This is not correct. To find as many keywords as possible to include in the website's meta description for a higher click-through rate. So this one is the one that is correct. I had two options when I created this quiz to make the questions easy, normal, or difficult. I chose difficult. Maybe because I kind of created the video, these questions are pretty obvious for me. But if you didn't know this, hopefully this is really helpful to you. So let's see here. Why does the speaker recommend avoiding ladder deals offered by some programs? A ladder deal is basically that you are getting paid your revenue share based on how many players you are sending each month, usually. So the answers are because of the only offer CPA payments, which are less profitable in the long run than revenue share. B is because they require affiliates to climb a ladder of complex tasks. What? Nice. Maybe it's like a physical ladder that you have to like film yourself climbing before you can get paid. Because the highest tiers are usually unattainable and designed to lure affiliates in with unrealistic promises. Or because the tier commission structure makes it difficult to track earnings, especially when working with many casinos. I mean, I think that both C and D are correct. I don't know how this quiz works. Maybe you can choose both of them. Both of them are going to be correct. But it's actually true with C, because the highest tiers are usually very hard to attain just in order to get a normal revenue share. Let's say that if you send 1 to 5 players a month, you're going to get like 5%, and maybe like 10 to 50, you're going to get 10%. And then if you reach like 200 plus FTDs a month, you're going to get like 40%, which is basically nuts, because if you're sending 200 FTDs to a casino, that is a lot of FTDs. You should really have a way better deal with them than just a revenue share. So every time I've seen these ladder deals, the highest tiers, which is usually a 40 or 50% revenue share, you have to send like 200, 500 FTDs. So it's very unrealistic. But this one kind of also is correct. I think that this is the one I'm referring to, because if you have a lot of casinos listed on ladder deals, you're not going to be really sure which casino that you should push more, because you have to track all of them. A problem with ladder deals could also be that you start with a 3-month fixed, for let's say 50% revenue share, and then after 3 months you're going to be put down on a ladder deal, and it's going to be very hard to know what deal you are with the different casinos. So I'm going to actually go with this one, but it can also be this one. Yeah, nice. So here's when you keep track of the tiers. Yeah, so it's actually pretty hard to keep track of them. So the concept of EAT, which is experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness, is mentioned as being particularly crucial in the casino niche. Why is this? And I talked a bit about EAT before, which is basically we are sending these signals to Google to show that we have experience in our topic, we have expertise, we have authoritativeness and trustworthiness. And basically how we are creating this is by topical authority. We are showing them that on this topic we are the best, we are the most experienced, have the highest expertise, and we have authority because, I don't know, people like our website. So let's read the answers. Because the casino niche falls under the YMWL, Your Money, Your Life niche category, which is scrutinized more heavily by Google. This is in a sense correct, because if you are in a niche such as casino, it could be finance, loans, could be medical stuff. Google is going to be a bit harder on these casinos, but I don't think it's the correct answer. Because demonstrating EAT allows a website to rank without needing any off-page SEO like backlinks. Because EAT is a new Google ranking factor that only applies to websites built with WordPress. Because EAT is primarily demonstrated through having a fast-loading website with a good UX. So it is this one, and let's see what it says about it. The speaker said that the casino niche is YMRL because it deals with sensitive topics. So Google requires a high standard of trust. So yeah, it actually makes a lot of sense when the quiz explains it to me. Sorry if my throat is giving up a bit. What is the functional difference between a do-follow and a no-follow backlink in the context of SEO? So a backlink, like I have explained on this channel many times, is a link, a hyperlink sent from someone else's website pointing to your website. And the backlinks are, like they mentioned in the other question, is giving you a higher sense of authority because it is trust signals sent by other websites, basically telling Google that we like the information on this website, so you should also do it. So Google only indexes pages that have do-follow backlinks pointing to them. Do-follow links are used for internal linking within a site, and no-follow links are used for external sites. So internal linking is basically you're sending backlinks between your own pages. So it's not an ingoing or an outgoing backlink. A do-follow link can pass authority or link juice to the destination site, while a no-follow link doesn't. Or a do-follow link is visible to users, while a no-follow link is hidden in the website's code. So pause this video and see if you get it correct. The right answer is a do-follow link can pass authority or link juice. What link juice does is that it is passing the authority or the domain rating from the website that is sending the backlink. So logically, you want to have backlinks from websites that has high authority themselves because they're going to pass a higher amount of authority to your website. And a no-follow link does not pass this link juice. It's basically a locked door in a sense. A vote of confidence is a great way to explain a do-follow link or a backlink. So yeah, great. So question number 10, this is going to be a long video. This is great. If an affiliate is offered a CPA deal that requires a cumulative baseline of 20 euro, which of the following scenarios would result in a payout? So a cumulative baseline is basically that, I talked about baseline before, which is if the baseline is 20 euro, a player has to deposit more than 20 euro in order to trigger the CPA deal. And a cumulative baseline basically means that if it doesn't have a cumulative baseline, it means that if the player first deposits 10 euro and doesn't meet the requirement of the baseline and then deposits another 10 euro, that means that it's not going to trigger the CPA. But a cumulative baseline, it calculates the total amount of deposits that a player does. So if it first does 10 euro and then does 10 more euro, it's going to trigger the baseline at that point. So as player signs up and make a single deposit, player signs up, deposit 10 euro, wagers it and wins 20 euro. Player signs up, deposit 10 euro and later makes a second deposit of 10 euro. So two different players sign up and deposit 10. So like I explained before, this is the answer. The speaker discusses the importance of website UI and UX. What is his core philosophy on website design for affiliate marketing? I talked a lot, my approach. Not saying that my approach is the only or the best approach. I'm talking about the approach that I am using for my own websites. The main goal is to keep users on affiliate website for as long as possible with lots of content. In a sense, this is also true because you want to keep users on your website because that is maybe it's going to increase the chances of them actually converting or playing at the casino. It's also going to send ranking signals to Google, basically telling Google that people enjoy to interact with your website at the time on page, which is a great ranking factor actually. B, a clear, trustworthy, and easy-to-use website that guides the user effectively in more profitable than a merely beautiful one. I think that this is maybe the correct answer. Let's see. The UI UX is not as important as off-page SEO, so affiliates should spend minimal time on design. A beautiful, visually complex website will build the most trust and generate the most revenue. I mean, it's true that a visually complex or a beautiful website can generate a lot of revenue, but my point is that this is not going to be enough. For me, I think that if you have a website with a way easier funnel, which basically means that a visitor comes to your website, it's easy for them to find a casino, and then they go to the casino, that is the best thing that, at least what I think that you can do. Because big and beautiful and expensive websites are not going to make you money if they don't have any traffic. So this is my approach, and that is correct. When analyzing a potential backlink opportunity, the speaker mentions he uses the metric DR from Ahrefs. What does this metric primarily measure? I talked about DR shortly before, and it basically means, wait, let's read the questions first. The authority and strength of a website backlink profile. The amount of organic traffic the website receives each month. The speed at which a website loads for users across the globe. the age of the domain, with older domains having higher DR. So DR stands for domain rating, and that basically means that the higher domain rating a website has, the more or the better backlink it has pointing to the website. So it means basically that this is the strength of the backlink profile. And this is similar to Moss's domain authority, which is pretty similar. Just keep in mind that all of these metrics are very arbitrary, and the Ahrefs created this themselves. So this is not something that Google directly, looks at. They don't check your DR and think like, oh, he had a high DR from Ahrefs, so let's rank him higher. That is not the case, but it is a great indicator to see if a website is powerful or not, especially if you're buying backlinks. So what is the strategic purpose of using hreflang tags on a casino affiliate website? So an hreflang is basically showing Google what country you want a part of your website to serve. So let's say that you have a website that is for Spain and Germany. You can add an hreflang on your German pages, telling Google that these are the pages that I want to show to German users, and the same for the Spanish one. So to increase the website domain rating by linking to international versions of Google, to signal to search engines which specific page version should be shown to users in a different geographical location or language, to ensure that the backlink from specific countries are correctly attributed to the corresponding version of the website, or so automatically translate the website content into the user's browser language. And like I mentioned before, this is the correct answer. So this is great to use if you are operating in many different countries, for example, Brazil, whatever it might be. I've had websites with over 15 different geos, and I've had to add, on all of the pages, I had to add 15 hreflangs on all of them to properly show Google what page I want to serve to what country. A high conversion rate is desirable for an affiliate. In the context of speakers' discussion with affiliate managers, how is this rate typically calculated? So a conversion rate can obviously be many things. It can be, let's say that someone sees your website in the search results and they decide to click on your website. That is also a conversion. And let's say that 10 people see your website in the search result and one of them clicks on your website, your conversion rate is going to be 10%. And it's the same thing. Let's say that you have 100 visitors coming to your website. 50 of them decides to click at a button to go to a casino, then you have a 50% conversion rate. But for me, the most important conversion rate is probably the one that I discuss here. So the number of backlinks acquired in a month divided by the number of articles published. No, the percentage of registered players to go to make a first-time deposit. The number of website visitors divided by the number of clicks on a tracking link. The total affiliate commission earned divided by the numbers of FTD sent. I guess that all of these are conversion rates in a sense, but the most important for me is to talk about signups and FTDs. So let's say that you're sending 50 players to a casino and only 10 of them, makes a deposit, then you have a 20% conversion rate, which is decent. It is okay. But if you're sending 100 players to a casino and only 5 of them make a deposit, then you only have a conversion rate of 5%, which is super low. So obviously you want your conversion rate to go up. And also here, I guess that in that video, I showed an example where I sent 250 registered players and 119 of them made a deposit, which is, almost a 50% conversion rate. So I'm very happy with that. The conversion rate depends a lot on the quality of the payment methods that the casino have, because if they have a payment method that is super easy to use, most likely the conversion rate is going to go up, because that is the biggest problem that the casinos have, that people want to make a deposit, but they can't. So here, the speaker warns that promoting no deposit bonuses can lead to a lower quality traffic. And what is the most likely the reason from this? And a no deposit bonus is a free bonus that the casinos are offering. And these bonuses have very high wagering requirement, which experienced players tend to avoid. This is also true in a sense. Operators pay a much lower CPA for players who sign up with a no deposit bonus. Honestly, I don't think there's any operators that is paying any CPA for no deposit bonuses, because it doesn't make sense. Players searching for those bonuses are often not interested in depositing their own money, resulting in a low conversion rate, if we're talking about the registered to FTD conversion rate. Google penalizes this website that heavily promote no deposit keywords because it considers them spammy. Google doesn't care about what keywords you are promoting. And the correct one is this, because most of the people that are looking for no deposit bonuses doesn't really intend to make a deposit. Obviously, this is not 100% true, because you can still make money on these keywords, but they are going to convert way lower than keywords, for example, new casinos, casino bonuses, match bonuses, welcome bonuses, keywords like this. What is the primary function of a tracking link in the casino affiliate marketing model? And a tracking link is basically a link that you're getting from the casino when you start working with them, so that they can track the traffic that you're sending, and so that you can also track if the players that you're sending is making a deposit, how much money they are depositing, and so forth. It allows the affiliate to monitor. I don't know why I gave you the answer. Maybe I should stop doing that. So try to pause quick when you when you see this box. So it allows the affiliate to monitor a player's activity inside the casino after they have signed up. It contains a unique identifier that tells the casino operator which affiliate referred a specific player. So it's not inside the casino, but I guess that this is also a bit correct. It tracks the affiliate's website position in Google. No. It is a special link that improves the search engine rankings. Nope, nope. So let's see here again. It allows the affiliate to monitor the player's activity inside the casino. This is correct. It contains a unique identifier that tells the casino operator which affiliate referred a specific player. I mean, both of these are correct. No! The affiliate sees aggregated data like registered FTD in the dashboard, but the tracking link itself does not provide real-time monitoring for individual players. I mean, maybe not real-time monitoring, actually. You cannot monitor the player. You cannot see what they do, so that is correct. I'm sorry, I got my first wrong here, but this one is correct. When discussing website creation, the speaker places more emphasis on SEO than on perfecting the website design, but this is justification for this priority. So a perfect website design is too expensive. In a sense, that is also true, because I think that you shouldn't spend all of your money on a perfect website design. Website designs tend to change too quickly. It's better to focus on the long-term stability. Google's algorithm provides website minimum design elements and simple code. This one is also true, because if you have a very bulky and heavy website with a lot of features, the website is going to load slower, and that means that maybe the bounce rate is going to go up because people don't want to wait for like 4 or 5 seconds for a website to load. And so it's what's generating traffic, and without traffic, even the best designed websites cannot make money. So I feel like this one is a bit true, this one is also a bit true, and this one is the correct. So don't spend your money on the most expensive luxury website. Spend that money on backlinks and quality content instead. According to the speaker, what is the common mistake he made early in his career regarding partnership with casinos? He focused on CPA deals instead of revenue share. He only partnered with a few casinos. He signed up for affiliate programs without talking to an affiliate manager first, getting stuck with bad ladder deals. He partnered with too many casinos at once, which became a mess to manage. Honestly, I never really signed up without talking to affiliate managers, but I guess that this is a common mistake that people do. This is also a common mistake that some people might do. I guess that focusing on CPA deals is not, wrong in a sense. It's just different approaches. But I think that my problem was I partnered up with so many casinos, and it became a huge mess actually to manage. So yeah, I partnered up with a lot of casinos. I was actually charging a lot of them like listing fees, like between 200 and 500 euro, which was great, like pretty quick money, but at one point I had so many casinos, so it became a headache. What is the relationship between net revenue and admin fees in a revenue share deal? So we're getting into the math a bit more here. Let's just read through the questions. So net revenue is the total amount of player deposits, and admin fees are calculated based on this total. Nope. Admin fees are percentage deducted from the gross revenue before the affiliate revenue share percentage is calculated. Admin fees are separate, fixed monthly payment, blah, blah. Admin fees are only applied to the affiliate's earning. So if you know what gross revenue is, and if you know what net revenue is, you understand that it is calculated on the gross revenue. And the speaker mentions that a well-structured affiliate website might target different geographics. What is the primary technical and practical challenge this creates? I think we talked about this also when it came to the hreflangs, but let's see what I mentioned here. The website must be hosted on separate servers in each country it targets. This is not necessarily correct, because actually the hosting locations is not as important as some people might think, because if you're doing cloud hosting or if you're using Cloudflare, it's not going to matter that much. Maybe it did matter a lot many years ago, but it's more important to have a really good hosting provider that is using dedicated hosting instead of shared hosting. So, and the second one is it requires the affiliate to use PPC. No. It requires the affiliate to use pay-per-click advertising, as organic SEO cannot be targeted by country. The affiliate needs to get in business license to operate. No. Casino listed for UK visitors may not be licensed or available for a visitor from Germany, creating a content clash. I don't know which one is correct, honestly. This one is not correct. This one is not correct. UK users may not license available. I don't know. Yeah, good. He explains that if you target international without segmenting. Yeah, so this is true. So I think that the point here is that if you're targeting many different geos or markets, you have to create separate like subdirectories or separate parts of your website that is, promoting specific casinos that are actually operating in the country that you want to target. So if I maybe spent a bit more time on this question, I would get it right. But let's go to the next one. In SEO, what is the difference between an impression and a click, as shown in the search results? In SEO, what is the difference between an impression and a click, as shown in the Google Search Console? So an impression is when a user sees the website link in the search result, and click is when they actually select it. An impression is counted each time a page is indexed. An impression is a visit from a desktop computer. Impressions are for paid search results, and clicks are for organic search results. So the correct answer is that every time a visitor sees your website in search result, that is an impression because they get an impression of your website. I don't really know. And when they click on it, that is the click. So that's why you can also basically calculate the conversion rate from impressions to clicks, which is a pretty good metric, because if you have a very low click-through rate from impression to click, it means that maybe you need to optimize your meta title so it looks a bit more inviting for people to click on it. The speaker advice is against keyword stuffing. I think I mentioned this before when it comes to the keyword density, that if you add your keyword too many times on a website, it's just going to look spammy and it's going to look like you are trying to over-optimize your website for search results. And that doesn't really work anymore. I mentioned that before. It makes the content difficult for affiliate managers to read when they are reviewing your website for partnership. Because the website loads very slowly, it can result in Google penalty. The content very natural, manipulated, creates the cost of backlinks. Yeah, so it is C, like I mentioned before. So what role does a CRM, customer retention manager, at the casino play that is relevant to an affiliate considering a revenue share deal? The CRM manages the relationship with the affiliate, similar to an affiliate manager. The CRM sets the baseline and weighting requirement. A strong CRM team increases the long-term value of a referred player, making a revenue share deal potentially more profitable. The CRM is responsible for ensuring that affiliate payments are processed on time each month. And the correct answer is here that if the casino has a good CRM team, it means that they're going to be better at making the players that you're sending play for a longer time and maybe make them deposit more money, which is pretty good because the long-term value of the players that you're sending is going to be higher. So this is the correct. So you can read this pretty quickly if you want. And let's go to almost the last question here. The speaker mentions that in the casino industry, operator and casino are largely interchangeable terms. However, he notes one subtle distinction where operator might be used. What is the distinction? I actually don't really know this question, so let's read the answers. Operator is the legal term used in contracts, while casino is the informal marketing term. Operator is used to refer to land-based casinos, so casino refers to online one. Operator can refer to a large company that manages and runs a portfolio. Operator refers to a software company that builds the casino platform. Casino operator. I don't know, usually what I would say is an operator would be someone that might also work with sports betting and stuff like that. But if I'm being honest, I don't really know the answer to this. Maybe I can get a hint. So, okay, thank you for that obvious hint. When you say operator, you can also mean that it's like an operator that has like a bunch of casinos. Do I sound like this casual? Maybe I do, but that is great. When building a website, the speaker uses and recommends the GeneratePress theme for WordPress. In the context of website creation, what is a theme? I recommend GeneratePress. I created a video about the Mercury theme as well. If you want to check that out, I have it on my channel. A piece of software that adds a specific function to a website, the service that stores all of the website file. a pre-designed layout and styling framework that has built the look and feel of the website. Tool for tracking website traffic. So a theme is basically used by WordPress, and it gives you a foundation of which you can build your website. GeneratePress is a great theme because it loads very fast. For me, it's very user-friendly as well, and it's not really bulky. So the code and everything is very optimized for very fast loading websites. So that is the reason I use it. And this is the correct answer. You can use inside of WordPress, so you can build your website easier. So let's see my results. 23 out of 25, which means that I have a 92% accuracy on my own knowledge, basically. So hopefully you like this a bit more long-form content video. If you made it this far, I'm really proud of you. It's actually pretty fun to make it myself. So maybe I will make more kind of like similar videos like this in the future. But yeah, check out the community in the link in the description. Leave a comment as well if you like the video, or a thumbs up. And also subscribe if you haven't done it. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.